You know what I love? I think you all should know what I love. I love tragedy. And you know what else I love? I love romance. And what better way than to have both of these genres on one series? Love and Lies. I did not expect this series to have the tragedy tag. That was something I didn't expect. And I don't know if it'll maintain that genre throughout this series, but overall, the first episode definitely surpassed my expectations. So, FYI, this series is a slice-of-life romance series with some tragedy. You know, I love that tragedy. And that's kind of what this is. Now, let me just kind of explain the plot. So, overall, society has been changed in Japan. Japan has made a law to where people are supposed to marry at the age of 16. When a child hits the age of 16, they are given a notification by the government to marry someone. That is what has been passed as a law in Japan. And the reason why this law was passed was to fix the birth rate problem, which is still a very relevant problem in Japan today. So, basically, this series tackles a real-life issue, and it shows what would happen if a law was passed to fix the ongoing problem in Japan. So that's what this series is about, Love and Lies. Now, obviously, when it comes to a law like this, there's going to be many situations to where this law is not going to be perfect. For instance, there's going to be someone that falls in love with someone, and obviously, they're not forced to marry this individual. For instance, how the actual government notification works is at the age of 16, when you're sent a notification by the government to marry someone, it's a random person, someone that apparently the government chooses that, like, would perfectly fit with you and all that. Like, it's just a perfect fit, and you'll be very happy. But in reality, this person that you actually have added to your life, that's going to be someone you're marrying, you might not even know who they are. You might not even recognize them, know their name, even know where they're at. They could be like halfway across Japan. You have no idea. But basically, the government chooses your actual lover for you, and you're not allowed to do this. And so if you're someone that, you know, falls in love with an individual and you love this person, it doesn't matter, because once the age of 16 hits, you're not allowed to be with that person. It's forbidden to be with someone else, because you have to be with the one that, you know, you've been arranged marriage for. So it's not possible to, you know, get with someone at an early age and stay with them for the rest of your life. So that shows the tragedy part about this series. The main male character has a crush. He has a childhood crush. He fell in love with this girl, and this girl also fell in love with him. She also loves him. And so in the first episode, you had where the main character and the main female character, they confessed their feelings, they had a kiss, they had a very romantic scene by themselves, and then all of a sudden, that was all ripped away, and they realized that they can't love each other. So that's what the series is about. So if you like tragedy and romance, this is gonna be for you. Oh yes, because what makes it great is that the two characters obviously admitted to each other that they love each other. So there's no playing around and just, you know, playing with our feelings, saying, oh, is he gonna get with her? Does he love her? Does she love him? It's none of that bullshit where, you know, the character or the writer's playing with our feelings and we don't know what's gonna happen if he even wants her in the first place. That's not the thing with this series. It straight up says, like, okay, these two characters, they love each other, but, you know, what society's like, fuck you, you're not allowed to be together. That's what's going on here. So, Love and Lies. I love these type of series, because it makes you wonder how they're going to get out of this situation, and to see also exactly what would really happen if this was a real law. Because like I said, what makes this series so fascinating is that it actually tackles an ongoing problem that is very relevant to Japan. They have a declining birth rate. That is something very real that is going on with Japan. And this series tackles that. What if a law was to combat that? How would it work? And here we get to see how some would be affected. Maybe it's a law that works for a lot of people, maybe 99% of people, but there's going to be that 1% that law doesn't work for at all. And that's what is being showcased here. And so I'm kind of curious exactly what's going to happen if the main male character is going to get with the main female character, because even though they know they love each other, this could end in a tragic way to where they'll never be together. I mean, that could still be a possibility, because I don't know where this series wants to go with what it just set up here in the first episode, but it definitely impressed me. Now, speaking of art and animation, okay? Art and animation of Love and Lies. It's typical art animation you would see in slice of life series, romantic slice of life series, I mean, it's a little bit more of a higher quality budget than normal what you would see. Like, there's a lot of more production and effort put into this series, you can see, compared to normal stuff, but overall, it's the standard from slice of life and romance series you would see. Now, in all honesty, I was looking forward to this series because I wanted to watch a romance series, and I couldn't really review one last season because, obviously, Studio Phil, you know, they would give me that big middle finger if I tried to talk about it and make a video. So I'm glad I can actually talk about a romance series, which is this. I could talk about, you know, Love and Lies, and I'm very excited. I'm excited for this series. It looks like it's going to be enjoyable. It looks like it's going to have some very mature elements about it when it tackles the drama, because, I mean, even if it's an arranged marriage and you're forbidden to love someone, you can't change who you love that easy. Like, because love is logical. You love who you love. That's how it is. That's how love works. So how is that going to work? How is the system going to actually try to fight back against that? That doesn't make any sense unless he's arrested and the main female character's arrested or something. What would happen? So I'm just very curious. And also, another fucked up way to go about this is if, let's say, the main female character and the main male character, the people that they're, you know, happen to marry, what if those two wanted to be together? If it are two characters they wanted to be together, and so they secretly hid their relationships with each other and they just did their own thing. That could be a potential possibility. That'd be pretty crazy if that happened too. So just the series right now, I'm very, very interested to see how it tackles some of these themes. And I think everybody can agree with me that this seems like it's going to be an enjoyable ride from Summer of Anime 2017. So yeah, tell me your thoughts. How do you feel about it? How do you feel how we already got a confession, a kiss? I mean, how do you feel about that? That's like, holy shit, the first episode. Oh, man. So, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm definitely going to continue watching this. I'm definitely going to talk about this. Now, I'm looking forward to next week. So, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please be safe. Chibi out.